them, and then their CPA would typically take it from there when they're doing their taxes at the end of their year.
Okay, so you, in your office, you are a resource to these businesses that might be interested in learning more, might want to take advantage of them. You're there to help.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And now you also offer workshops on a regular basis, as I understand.
We do.
So tell me about the workshops. What do folks learn there?
Right. In our workshops, we go over the enterprise zone and the empowerment zone, which, like I said, is our federal tax incentive zone. We go over those two zones and go into detail about what the benefits are, how they can take advantage of it, kind of the things that we're talking about here, but into a lot more depth about all of that. Those workshops are free. They're held about every other month. Okay. We rotate the location throughout the city, and we're just going to teach them how they can do this for themselves. There are a number of consultants out there who will do it all for them, for businesses, and a lot of businesses choose to take advantage of those services and let someone else do it for them.
All right.
And that's their prerogative, that's their choice. But we want to show the businesses that they can do this themselves. It's not that difficult. A lot of people get a little nervous about all the paperwork that they think is involved, and we want to make sure that they're aware that it is a pretty simple process and the benefits are great. With
15,000 business addresses covered in the current enterprise zone, how widespread is the awareness of the enterprise zone availability?
It's gaining.
Okay, good news.
There's last year we had almost 500 businesses taking advantage of the enterprise zone benefits, and it equaled over $200 million in tax credits for those businesses over the next 5 years, a potential of over $200 million in money that is being kept here in the city of Fresno.
They're reinvesting back into our community.
Yes, reinvesting back into their businesses. They're creating jobs. They're able to improve their business and improve our community, and we want to see that grow. So like I said, about 500 businesses that took advantage of it last year, but there's 15,000 addresses in the zone. And so we really, that's part of the reason why we do this outreach. We have these workshops. We have it all simplified on the website, and it's gaining in popularity.
Are there any myths out there that you want to dispel that folks who maybe have heard about this program or these types of programs feel, well, yeah, maybe that's good for some people, but it doesn't really work for me? Are there any of those myths that you'd like to dispel?
You know, a lot of businesses feel like it's not going to work for them. Maybe they think they're too small, or they don't have enough employees to take advantage of the benefits. And this zone, the enterprise zone, doesn't discriminate. The small mom and pop business can take advantage of, the benefits if they have one employee that qualifies, or they could get a sales and use tax credit for maybe the copy machine that they bought, or the computer that they bought, or the phone system that they installed. They can take advantage of that, as well as the larger company. So that's one of the myths out there. A lot of businesses think that they're just too small to count, and that's really not the case.
Yeah. Now, you said this was a competitive process for the city to have earned and won one of these enterprise zones. Why did the city, and why does the city feel it's so important?
Well, we like to stay competitive with the rest of the United States and globally. It is expensive to do business in the state of California. That's no secret. And we want to be able to level that playing field as much as we can. And by layering these incentives, our state and federal tax incentives, we're able to better level that playing field, so that when we're talking to a business that's maybe looking at us versus another state or another part of the world, we can say, look, we have an enterprise zone, and we can save you a great deal of money. It very often means the difference between them choosing Fresno over another part of the world.
Do you have any examples that you can offer of, it doesn't have to be specific to company names if you don't want, but just some anecdotal information about how businesses recently have used some of these credits that have been available to them?
Well, in educating these businesses, we teach them that they're able to go back retroactively and take advantage of the tax credits. So we've had a number of businesses that have gone back, looked at their books from maybe 2 or 3 years ago. You can go back to 2006 and possibly even farther back if they were in our old zone. But they typically can go back to about 2006, 2007, take a look at their taxes that they've already paid, and if they qualified and had employees back then or equipment that they purchased that qualified, they can amend their taxes, working with their CPA, amend their taxes, and actually get money back that they've already paid to the
credits
state.
that they had earned previously, but weren't aware they had earned.
So if a business is having some difficulty in this, the economy, they can go back, get that money back, and it sometimes means the difference between letting an employee go, creating a new job, being able to reinvest in their business, and staying in business during these times.
And earlier you mentioned about the targeted employment groups, or those that, you know, the folks who are looking for work that these incentives can target. So it's not only assisting the business, and that's huge that it does that, but it also helps to spur the job creation and job qualifications of folks who might otherwise have difficulty finding employment.
Exactly, yes. It works twofold. Like you said, it not only helps the businesses, because the businesses are the ones who receive the tax credits, but it helps to make these employees more marketable, to market themselves, so that if two people are applying for the same job and they're both equally qualified, but one of them maybe is on public assistance or lives in a targeted employment area, and the other one isn't, that company has an incentive to hire that person who maybe has a barrier to employment, but otherwise is qualified for the job. They hire that person over the other person, and they get a tax credit. So we try to empower and teach the residents as well, and the job seekers out there, that they need to market themselves to those businesses and make sure they're aware of the tax credits that they can receive.
Excellent. Any other points about the enterprise zone that I haven't asked you about that you'd like to make sure people are aware of?
Really just, you know, go on the website. Learn more about it. Take a look at the maps. We also have an address locator on our website.
Oh, talk about that a little bit.
Right. So if you go to our website and click on tax incentive zones and then click on the address locator, you can type in an address in the city of Fresno, and it'll tell you which zones that address is located in.
Excellent.
So if there's an address that you're interested in locating your business in, or your current address, look it up. See which incentive zones you might be located in, and find out, you know, how you can better take advantage and maximize the benefits of those
Very
zones.
easy first step, no obligation. You just go online, you can check it out yourself, and if you apply or you think that you might be moving into an area that would be eligible, you'll know right then and there.
Right.
Excellent.
Exactly.
Terrific.
Exactly.
Well, Kelly, thank you very much for being here. Appreciate this
Thank you.
information, and it's great for our community, and hope that more people and more businesses take advantage of it.
Great. Thank you very much.
My guest has been Kelly Trevino. She's the Incentive Zone Manager for the City of Fresno. If you would like more information about how you can take advantage of the business incentives we have just discussed, please visit www.fresnoez.com. www.fresnoez.com. That address locator is located at that address as well. Thank you for watching this edition of Fresno City Vision. I'm Randy Reed, and we'll see you next time.